Hi and welcome to Small Town Pro. Today, I just thought that it would be nice to make just a rambling video about whatever's on my mind right now regarding Small Town Pro, of course. The first thing, which is a very important thing indeed, is we have not properly addressed the fact that we are now currently past 1,000 subscribers. I did congratulate us on a previous video, but I feel like I could do more justice to it by talking about the journey, and it's only the beginning. By no means is it the end, but I thought it would be nice to reflect on the journey so far. So it's been almost 4 years. Absolutely feels incredible that we have been doing this for around 4 years, and we have made over 140 videos, which is amazing. We have learned so much, we have improved so much. Hopefully that is for you to decide, but as far as I can say, we have improved. It has by no means been an easy journey. It has been difficult, but regardless, today I wanted to talk about something which I have felt recently, which is the changing environment of the YouTube. When we first started making videos, it was the August of 2017. And back then, doing YouTube was a very peculiar thing. As far as I knew, I was the only kid that was on camera in 2017. And it seemed like a very obnoxious thing to do. Like, why would someone do that? Because, we didn't have big production. Even today we don't have a big production, but at least we now know the ins and outs of making videos. Back then, the only thing we knew was pressing record on our phones, which were not the most high quality. But regardless, I commend myself every day for having the courage to start the channel so back then. And I still remember that it was seen kind of weird, like I was the YouTube guy. I think in some sense I still am, and I don't really have a problem to that. But today in 2021, the so-called creator economy has grown so much. Now, it's actually weird if you're not on social media, if you're not on YouTube, Instagram, or such things. And it's certainly good. It's certainly very nice that more people can have access to these tools to be able to create and do the things that they love to do. The square and cutout path for their careers, which was academics. Now the scale of the internet has provided so great opportunities that you could literally do anything you want if you're willing to put in the time and effort. Regardless of it, there have been some negative consequences, at least in my opinion, because of this power that has been given to each one of us. One of the negative impacts that I have seen is the commercialization of art. Now, by no means am I saying that you should not earn money from your craft, but I think art is a sacred thing, and over time I have seen it changing its sphere into a more businessy side of thing, which is also not wrong. But consider this: suppose you are a YouTuber and you are making videos, and this is your source of livelihood. Now you really want to make a video, but you know that it's not gonna get enough views. On the other side, there's this other video which will do good, but you don't want to make it. Now, why you don't want to make it? Because it's not your type. Because that's what artists do. They create what feels real and honest to them. And this is not just regarding YouTube. It is the same with Instagram. Like, I see, especially in today, like a lot of people getting into photography and like really warping this idea of photography into something else. Like, back I was invested in photography, or when in filmography, even today, like I try to stay true to those scores. It was about telling a story. It was about conveying a message, at least more about that, and less about the aesthetics, and even less about the amount of likes and supporters that you have been having. But it feels like that thing has that set of priorities, at least for most people online today, have just switched, where it's like you are doing it more for the tangible gains and less for the satisfaction of it. There is nothing fundamentally wrong with that, but it has its potential dangers. Like, first of all, if all you cared about was the money and the fame, then probably being a creator on the internet is not for you. Go be in finance or go be an actor. But the other and the more consequent thing, I don't know what it is, the farther the consequence goes, is of creative burnout. If you don't know what that is, it basically means that when you are creating something which you do not feel a part of, which you feel alienated from, suddenly those creative juices that used to feel so natural, like, you know, that you have that stream of idea just flowing and flowing and flowing and suddenly stops. If it happens once in a while, it's okay, it happens to everyone. But a burnout is when you're physically, mentally exhausted to the point where you don't want to create. And I see this so much, even in creators who are creating to what they want, to what they like. This is because this idea that your video or your photo or your any piece of art that you're creating, its worth is based on the amount of likes it got, its worth is based on the amount of subscribers it brought, and that is seriously damaging. Some of the greatest artists in history died because they were poor, because of poverty, and their paintings didn't do good until they were dead. They were found that they were masterpieces very much later in their life. Now, by no means am I saying that you should be the starving artist, but there needs to be a balance between the commercialization and the spirit of the art, which currently, as I see it, at least around me, it has tilted more towards the commercialization. You know, these videos of getting more subscribers, getting more views, getting more watch time are helpful at times, but if your sole focus while starting a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, or any social media platform is how fast can you grow, and not about the type of content you're creating or the type of value that you're bringing to people, you might as well not want to do that. You might want to go into something else which is more goal oriented. Art is more about the process, the fun that you have while playing with your brushes or with your camera angles or with your editing or with your anything. I think the more that you try to focus on the results, the less results you get. It's kind of weird. I have seen it to be true, at least in my case. Going forward, I think for Small Town Pro, we would like to make content that I know will be helpful to people and will bring them value regardless of how many views it gets or how many likes it gets. But at the same time, it's not like I am not going to make something because it's mainstream. Like, the other end of the spectrum is also very warped. Like, to have that perfect balance between the sacred and spiritness of art and to be able to earn an income to sustain your career. I think I've been rambling around for too long now. So yeah, I just wanted to check up on you guys. Hope you all are doing well and hopefully you all are safe. Do leave a comment of how do you thought about this video. It feels good to keep talking to you without having a particular topic every once in a while. And I'll see you. And yeah, we'll also try to post more often. You guys seem to be adamant about that. So yeah, see you. Peace.